Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
Nancy Pelosi brushed off questions about her under-the-radar feud with former top Biden advisor Anita Dunn on Monday. The former House Speaker was instrumental in getting Biden to step down from the 2024 running, which frustrated some of the president's top allies. Nobody wants to have a fight with Nancy Pelosi at this time because we're a united party, Biden's former advisor Dunn, who is now working at a pro-Kamala Harris super PAC, said on CNN. Pelosi shot back on the first day of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, saying that she just wanted to win. I have my relationship with the president, and I just wanted to win this election. So if they're upset, I'm sorry for them. But the country is very happy, she explained. I don't know who they are, but you know that's their problem. Not mine. When pressed by CNN's Jake Tapper and Dana Bash about her own involvement in Biden's decision, she said her concern was not about the president, it was about his campaign, and he made the decision for the country. But when Tapper specifically asked Pelosi about Dunn's comments on not wanting to pick a fight with her at this time, Pelosi replied puzzlingly, "Sometimes you just have to take a punch for the children." Tapper replied, "So that's what you're doing right now? You're just going to take the punches for the children?" While Bash chimed in confused, asking Pelosi directly, "Who is punching?" Pelosi pivoted, talking about the massive momentum for Harris compared to Biden. "So why are we even talking about this?" she went on, adding in a laugh. Her comments came on day one of the four-day DNC, where Democrats will formally anoint Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz to lead the top of their ticket. Pelosi was known to be operating quietly behind the scenes to replace Biden at the top of the ticket. As Biden continued to say he would not step aside, Pelosi ignored his insistence and argued the door was still open and he needed to make a decision. Nearly a month ago on July 21st, Biden succumbed to intense pressure and dropped out of the presidential race for 2024. Democrats quickly lined up behind Vice President Kamala Harris to be at the top of their ticket. Earlier this month, Dunn took a pointed jab at Pelosi when she blamed certain leaders for losing Democrats the House in 2022. "The task in front of us is to win this election and to not let Donald Trump become president again and to win the House of Representatives, which, had certain leaders in 2022 done a slightly better job, maybe we would control today. But we don't," she said. "That is the job ahead of us," Dunn added. "And it's critical because, as the president has said, this country is at an inflection point." Dunn, a longtime Biden advisor who left to join a pro-Harris super PAC, said Biden's decision to step back and throw his full support to Vice Harris was the greatest part of his legacy. "You know, it was rough. And no reflection on the vice president, because I think one of the greatest things about Joe Biden's legacy will be that he made sure that there was a pipeline in which Kamala Harris was going to be the natural person everyone turned to if something happened to him," she told Politico in an interview. Dunn also quibbled with characterizations of his debate disaster as catastrophic, even though it precipitated the end of his run. Voters didn't particularly like Biden's performance in the first half hour. He wasn't scoring well at all. "But it's not as though they walked out," she said. "They very much liked a lot of the second half of the debate for Joe Biden. They hated Donald Trump." She recalled 24 days of unremitting negative, horrible attacks on Joe Biden. Among her most sharp remarks were hitting back at former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, who has continued to comment on Biden while taking a victory lap. Harris's numbers have shot up, injecting what her running mate Tim Walz calls joy into the campaign, and persuading Democrats she has a fighting chance. "You know, clearly there were leaders of the party who decided to go ahead and go very public. And that gave permission to other people to go public," she said. During the brutal period of reflection after the debate, some Democrats faulted Biden's team for agreeing to an earlier than usual contest with Donald Trump, and for failing to share the weaknesses that resulted in Wa.